Hello, entrepreneurs. Joe DeChara here with another great episode of the new Joe DeChara Show. And it's brought to you by, what is it brought to you by? Bedrock University. If you go to Bedrock University, tuition is free now. So our sponsor is Bedrock University. And tonight, I have a special treat for you. But before I get into that, I'm going to do my quote of the night. And this is what I used last night, and I liked it so much that I'm going to use it again. And basically, it is what it is. And if you don't have a plan, you have a plan, and it's not going to work. Anyway, so tonight I have a great friend, serial entrepreneur, best-selling author, world-famous kickboxer. So don't mess with her. Her name is Melody Meyer, and that's Melody with a D-E-E at the end. And I've known Mel for a long time. She's a friend. She's a client. She's a business mentor. I don't know if she realizes that, but I love what she does. She's tenacious. And what she just did with the COVID-19, the way she pivoted with her business is amazing, and hopefully she'll share that with us tonight. But really, I guess we want to talk about Gym-Free Fitness Challenge, which sounds scary to me. But anyway, I'll let Mel explain it. So, hello, Mel. Thanks for joining me tonight.
Oh my goodness! Thanks for having me, Joe. It's great to be with you.
It's always fun, right?
Yep.
So let's, I don't want to get into the Gym-Free Challenge yet because that's not like I'm scared of that, to be honest with you.
You don't even know what it is.
Well, when you put the word gym in it, it's just, it's like
gym-free. It's okay. Gym-free. That's the part. So no gym. You don't need to have a gym. You don't need to have, you can do, because everyone's stuck at home. There's a lot of people stuck at home. So I really had to come up with something to help people stay in shape because everybody's sitting around watching Netflix and eating and drinking too much. Even myself, I mean, I wouldn't consider myself to be much of a drinker, but pretty soon it was like a glass of wine with every dinner. And when I started thinking about having it at lunch too, I thought, okay, that's it. So I know a lot of people are in that position. So it was like, how can we stay in shape? As entrepreneurs, we have a mission, right? We're so passionate about our businesses, but what difference does it make if you're unhealthy? And so it's fundamental. We have to, all of us, even you, Joe, we all have to do things and I know you do a lot. Don't pretend. You do a lot to stay in shape and you've lost a ton of weight. Your girlfriend, she's making you eat all kinds of yummy things for you and stuff. So
beets. I mean, beets, garlic, stuff. I don't even know what the name of it is, but no, you're right.
Right? We need to take care of ourselves, all of us. So this is important for all entrepreneurs. And I know you have a lot of entrepreneurs that follow you. And that's why I thought it was great that you wanted me to come and talk with you today, because I really want to encourage them to let's all work together just for 7 days. It's a 7-day challenge, right? To just adopt some new healthy habits and work them into our regular day so that we can keep our bodies up, because we're the messenger of the message, and we have to take care of the messenger.
And what's funny is, and there's no coincidences, you know that, Mel. I had a chat with the client today, Tatiana. I don't know if you know her, but I have to connect you with her. It was the same thing. It's like if you, and this is what my girlfriend says: if you don't take care of yourself, if you're not healthy, how can you run your business?
Cannot.
And it's and what I told Tatiana, it's like, this is a message from God. So you're my messenger. It's like every day somebody else is saying, you got to be healthy. You got to be healthy. And when you told me you're doing this fitness challenge, I was like, I think somebody's trying to tell me something. And I love how you tie it into being an entrepreneur, because that's what I talk about being in business. So what does being healthy have to do with business?
Well, you have to have a healthy business, and you need to have a healthy bottom line, and you have to have a healthy body.
But
So
the
you
healthy body, but I'm sorry to stop you, but and it's a teaching point because they didn't teach me this in CPA school.
right.
They didn't say to make money, you got to be healthy.
Well, so people don't think about their health until they don't have it anymore. Okay, we take it for granted so much, and then when when my husband had cancer, suddenly everything else stops, right? So you're not fighting about the same things you were fighting about. You don't care about the things you used to care about because suddenly everything's focused on your health. And so, we can't postpone it any longer. We pull all nighters because we got to get our funnels done or we got to get this done or whatever, right? And we're not taking care of ourselves, and we can't sustain that. It's not sustainable. And you know all about sustainability. These are all business terms, but if we applied those same business terms to our body, make a big difference.
I'm reading a book and I keep meaning I want to talk about books on the show because I'm doing Brendan Burchard's High Performance Habits. And, it just resonates. It all, it makes a lot of sense.
Yep. Got to do it. Even when we don't want to. Today, they just closed down gyms again in California.
Oh, really?
And so this morning I came in to teach a class online and I didn't feel like it, not going to lie. I was feeling bad. I was feeling sorry for myself. And I just thought, oh, I wish I could just call it in or get someone else to do it. Or I wish maybe no one will show up and I won't have to, and all these thoughts are going through my head. And it's like, really? But you need to do this, Mel. You need to do this. So, I actually am, in this as well. I'm not just teaching, but I teach it because I also need to do it and to live it. And be a supermodel.
You are. You're a supermodel and a rock star. And the stuff I said in the beginning is the truth. You and Dave are like at the world famous in the kickboxing industry, right?
In martial arts, yeah.
In martial arts.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I wasn't kidding. I know that you could kick my butt. You're the second woman today I spoke to that I know could kick my butt, and I've come a long way because I probably would have never admitted that a long time ago. But I have no problem.
You would enjoy it.
Let's not find out now. But also, so just so people know, you have a dojo, which is a brick and mortar, and
Literally.
So you shut down automatically, and now you're telling me you shut down again. So I know you're going to survive, but you pivoted, you and Austin, you pivoted and you created what you were talking about today, I guess, the online courses, right?
Yep. Yeah, because everybody's got to keep moving. And so we figured, we could shut our doors, but instead, we started doing live classes and then recorded classes for all of our students from our dojo. And then we realized, and part of this challenge is about, we don't have to do it just for our students here in Santa Barbara anymore. We literally can reach people from around the world. And so I think we've got an interesting view of it because our history with martial arts. So it's very character based. It's very much about, inside work as well as outside work. So I think that there's room for that. We don't have a bunch of fitness models or, aerobics type of people teaching classes. They're all martial artists and they come from kind of a different place. And I don't know, I think it's certainly the people that I have in it already, they're just loving it. And so that's what we're doing.
So people took to it right away.
Well, we had existing students, right? So students who are already working out with us in person, then we just transferred them online.
So I guess, you know, they were like, they need it.
Oh yeah, they needed it, and they were so grateful. You know, they were so grateful.
So, and what happened to me is, you know, from the last time you saw me, which I think was in like December or November, I gained 15 pounds, and it was the COVID.
The COVID-15.
I guess it was the COVID-15. And my girlfriend had been away working. She came home, she had a fit. And so now I'm back down to 161. But you know, it just happened. Like the drinking, you're like, it's, you know, there's got to be a word for it, but especially if you're an entrepreneur, it's tough. So I'm actually, I know it was joking about it, but I'm looking forward to this challenge.
Yeah.
Because it's going to get me maybe hopefully motivated again. And because every morning I wake up with I go to sleep saying, tomorrow I'm going to wake up and exercise. And then when I wake up, somehow I forgot it. So,
you had amnesia overnight.
Yeah, I don't know what keeps happening. Maybe I should write it down or something, put it on my calendar. But so what can I expect from this? When does it start, and how do I sign up for it?
So if you go to the link that's up on the screen there, the gymfreefitnesschallenge.com, then you actually just sign up right on there. That will put you into the group. You'll get all the directions sent to you. It's actually going to be a Facebook group. And I'm going to be doing a training every day for 7 days, and sort of teaching some basics about how our bodies work and how you can work in cooperation with that, so that it's not, people think that you have to punish your body in order to, you know, beat it into submission kind of idea. And I actually think we have to be in cooperation with our bodies. So finding out what kinds of, like everybody's going to be a little different with it's not one thing, you know, one sort of fitness routine is for everybody. We have to find out what works best for each person. And then we come up with that plan, and we're going to commit to it for 7 days. And you won't be forced to do anything that you aren't, you know, used to doing or don't want to do. I'm going to teach about nutrition. A lot of people, I'm very surprised how few people understand nutrition. So there's some teaching aspects, and then people are going to make their own commitment of what they can do, and then do that for the 7 days. So it'd be great. Awesome. Yeah, there it is.
So, you know, that makes sense. And, you know, I forgot why I brought this book up, but there was a reason, you know, Brendan Bouchard, that one thing he said, and I wanted your opinion on this. He said when you get up from an activity, or you change your activity, and it could be from, you know, you're working to you get up to eat lunch, there's a transition.
Yes.
And so he has this exercise, and I found it, I was like, man, I don't know why, but this works. It's like, because I'm telling my body that, hey, we're doing something else now.
Yeah.
I mean, how does that work?
Well, so it's actually biological. Okay. So I want you to imagine when you're sitting at your computer, and like everything is settling. Okay. And like even your blood is settling, and everything is just, because gravity. Okay. And and so it almost like, because it's got momentum, like gravity has momentum, and you keep, like, that's why you keep shrinking down lower.
Yeah.
Okay. And by, you know, if you stayed there all day, you'd be just a little marshmallow on the floor, you know?
Damn gravity.
But really, you want to use the idea of momentum. You want to use them in your favor. And just sitting is not in your favor, right? So like, for instance, at my home office, I have a standing desk. Actually, it's a desk that moves up and down. So I literally can change the position that I'm going to be standing in, or sitting so that I don't spend so much time sitting. Setting alarms. There's all kinds of tricks you can come up with to get yourself to move. Because once you start moving, that has its own momentum as well. And the more movement you have, the greater your digestion is, and the greater your sleep will be, and the better your hormones are. I mean, it really all works together. We're one unit. And just being sedentary is probably one of the worst things we could do. I heard someone say, sitting is the new smoking. And, it's so true. So we want those transitions, and we want those opportunities and excuses, actually creating excuses to move.
Really? I just read, I'm going to read it again. Actually, I don't think I finished it. Atomic Habits. I don't know if but it's all about basically forcing yourself either to make it harder to do something or make it easier. So like if you have a cookie jar on the counter, put it away.
Yep.
So is this the kind of stuff you're going to be teaching during the challenge?
Yes, exactly. Because I think there's the thing is we make it harder on ourselves, right? Like we make it more difficult. Like I'm going to just tell you a quick story. It's so funny. One of my clients one time, he was going, we're talking about, he hadn't got the results he wanted as fast as he wanted them. And so we're going over, and I was looking at his exercise. I'm looking at his food and things, and I can't figure it out. And I said, well, and I had him write down all of his food. I go, so everything is on here? Everything is on here? He goes, well, yeah, all the food. And I go, well, what else are you eating? He goes, well, it doesn't include like my Snickers bars and stuff.
Oh,
and
God. That's not food?
What? Well, it's true. It's not food, but he wasn't putting it on his food list because he thought he just put his meals on that, right? And I go, well, where do you get these Snickers bars from? And he goes, well, they're in my lunchbox, so I have to eat them because it ends up in my lunch. Well, who puts them in the lunchbox? And how do they get there? Anyway, when I drilled down, I found out that he had a box of these bars in his freezer, and he has to use them.
Of course.
No, you don't have to.
How did they get in his freezer?
And how did they get in the freezer? Exactly. So we wonder, and people, you got to know, people hate to run into me at the grocery store, and they've got their cart and they're like,
That's not my cart. I got somebody else's.
That lady forgot. I got to go give her cart. Yeah. They don't want me to see what's in their cart because really, you take it home. What do you think is going to happen to it? It's going to disappear in your mouth. And then you wonder, how did that happen? Like literally, you have to create some safe spaces for you so that when you're hungry late at night, you're not going for the ice cream that's calling your name in the freezer.
It's almost like you were at the supermarket with me yesterday because I went through the ice cream thing and I was like, maybe I should just get it. Just in case, like, I need
Someone could pop by. Someone could pop by,
But then I said, no, that's, it's.
No, so we have a thing about ice cream. I'm not against any of these things, okay? But, if we're going to have ice cream, we go out to get it, and we get a cup of it.
Right.
And then it's over.
So
it's not a gallon of ice cream in the freezer.
Okay, so after this, I can go out because I can't stop thinking about that stupid ice cream. So I'll just get a little cup and cup. But what you're saying, really, and this is what I try to teach my clients about business. It's really the intention and the routines that we do.
Yes.
Exactly
right.
And that's why I brought up high performance habits because now I remember. I'm like Craig with this. I forget it and then it comes back. It's the longevity. His book is about being a high performer over the long term. Yeah. So it's like you could diet and lose 20 pounds, but then you gain it back. The trick is to lose it and keep it off. And it's those routines. You got to stay with it.
Well, we're all aging.
Thank you.
We're all, and you know, I mean, I'm a grandmother. I'm a grandmother of 4.
Wow.
And but you know, I'm not doing my grandma's workout. Okay, so the only way that you're going to have the life that you want is if you're healthy and fit. Okay, I've never met anybody that says, oh, when I have all the money and my business is super successful, what I really want to do is sit behind my computer all day. Nobody says that.
No, the idea is when I become really rich and famous, then I'll get help.
Yeah, but it doesn't work like that, unfortunately.
That's what I thought.
Right.
I mean, I thought I was like, I'll make all this money, then I'll buy a gym.
No, that's what a lot of people think. They think that they can wait, they can do this now, and then they can wait and have that. And then one day you wake up. You know, I remember turning 30 years old and thinking, oh my gosh, I'm getting so old, you know, and then 40 happened and then 50. It's like, what's going on? I mean, you never have the time that you think you're going to have to do what it is. And it's not retroactive. Okay. So if you wait to start working out and then you start, that's actually when people die, because their hearts aren't ready for that. Their legs aren't ready for that, right? Their lungs can't keep up. It's like, you've got to start moving. You got to keep regular. You got to be consistent, like you say, and you just can't stop. I'm sorry. It's not like this is a 7-day challenge, but it doesn't mean after 7 days you go back to what you were doing. No, we want 7 days to kickstart a new routine for you, something that's doable, right? But something that's going to be challenging your body so that you can get fit and stay fit so you can really have the life that you want.
Okay. You know, that makes sense. You know, I hired Larry Bratton as a coach. Okay,
Oh,
you
cool.
know Larry. Yeah.
Yes,
and all of a sudden we get into all of these health things. You know, when was the last time? I was like, I thought you were a business coach. And, you know, he was like, well, if you're not healthy, how are you going to run your business? You know, so I got everybody telling me this. But I'm interested, and you don't have to explain now, but I'm intrigued by how you're saying that we're going to be able to like develop the routine and habits that work for us.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, because that's
have
important.
To do that. You have to do that. You can't just go, oh, I'm just going to start doing what that person does. First of all, they have completely different interests. They have a completely different body. They have a completely different metabolism. They have a different rhythm. They like working out in the morning. You don't. You're whatever. Okay. You know, it's like you have to work with. Actually, you've already got habits. You've already got workout habits that you're doing right now. What we want to do is we want to take the things that are working and we want to expand those, and we want to make those work even better. Okay. And go from there, not drop everything and start, you know, cold turkey doing a bunch of stuff. Like when somebody says, okay, now do burpees, it's like, oh, seriously? Like that's one way.
Wait, is that the thing where you jump down and jump up?
Jump up, jump down, you do a push up, you bring your legs back up.
Yeah, okay, that's the kind of,
yeah. Okay, that's one way to turn off a lot of people, but some people love them.
Yeah, I get it. Some people like running marathons too.
There you go.
But so here's the thing, and I'm sure a lot of people can relate to this. I didn't just change my diet. My girl has me doing all kinds of stretching, a lot of stretching. Okay. A lot of stretching, stuff with the gut, like down in the gut, just things with blood circulation. Then when we got shut in, all my habits changed. Now, the strange thing is I was doing all of those exercises at home. So the only thing that really changed was my thinking. And I'm just thinking, like, when did I stop doing that? So I think this is going to...
Well, that's where we got into trouble, Joe, is that people were told when the shutdown happened that it was going to be like, we're going to be like this for 2 weeks. I remember when they literally said a date, like, and it was 2 weeks away from the shutdown. We're gonna look at this again in 2 weeks. And so people were going, oh, vacation, woo woo, you know, like we could
Yeah.
do anything for 2 weeks, you know, and I'm going to catch up on all my Netflix, and I'm going to, you know, just eat whatever I want, and I'm not going to have to exercise because the gym is closed. And then 2 weeks turns into 2 months. It turns into 4 months. And then pretty soon people, well, you talk about momentum. When you get lethargic and when you know, when you stay out of motion, it's very, very difficult to get started again. And then
isn't it easy?
Oh,
you know, and people have been telling me this for a long time. It's easier to just keep going than to try to start again.
Right.
And it's so true. But, you know, and I was talking to Larry about this too. He's like, yeah, same thing happened to him. He's like, I'm just not doing what I should be doing. And Larry, if you're listening, I'm not trying to pick on you, but
hey, Larry, come do our 7-day challenge.
I'll tell him about it. I'll share it with him. I'll talk to him on Friday again. But this has been great. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm going to register right now. Cool. And so to register, all you go is to gymfreefitnesschallenge.com. Now it starts tomorrow, right? It
starts on Thursday.
Thursday. Okay, today's Tuesday. Every day is almost like the same to me. So I do the same thing every day. But it's good. I'm like, I'm just going to keep this. And now I'm saying this publicly, and I am going to do this challenge.
All right.
Okay. I'm going to make sure. I don't know what my schedule is. If I can't do the lot. So this is another thing. You know, people sometimes have a problem making all the lives.
Yeah, I understand.
So if you can't make the live, which I think I got a couple of conflicts next week, it's problem. Okay.
I'm going to record. I'm going to record everything. It'll all be there in the private Facebook group, so you have access to seeing it whenever you want. There's lots of benefits to being live because I can customize things. I can do hot seats. I can answer, you know, all the questions that are in the room with the people that are there. So you want to make any live ones that you can, but if you can't, that's totally understandable. That's what happens.
So you just took away one of my excuses for not being able to finish it, but okay, it's recorded, it's documented, and I'll have to be held accountable.
Yeah, there you go.
We'll chat next Friday, and we'll score me.
Yeah, okay? I can't wait to see what you do and what kind of results you can create for yourself.
Okay.
And, you know, because a lot of this really is about mindset. And, you know, I know you care a lot about mindset too, but really part of it is like your beliefs around, you know, the reason why people get out of habits or get out of things, you know, and start doing like not working out and that kind of thing is because somewhere that wasn't a core belief, you know, it wasn't a belief that they had to. They just did it, but it wasn't part of their value system. And I'm really hoping that by the end of the 7-day challenge that people have a new bar, that they've set a new bar for themselves based on their beliefs and their actual love for themselves and their gratitude for the body that they have. Because really, we don't want to squander this gift of health that we have right now, that we've been given. We don't want to squander that. We actually want to build on that and show our gratitude by taking care of our bodies and have fun doing it.
Listen, if you just sold me, everything else before, but if I'm going to have fun doing it, I'm in. But what you said is so true. And, you know, Marianne Amen taught me a lot about, you know, core beliefs and all of that. And so I think what you said, because now, and I truly believe this, I never tied my like exercising in with what my real goal is in life. Like they weren't connected. Like I sort of knew they should be, and so that's part of the motivation. Yeah. That's like what Brendan Bouchard says. I think he calls it like raising the necessity. Yeah. Now I got a reason besides just checking it off on my daily list.
Right.
Right.
Yep.
So,
Because it makes a big difference that when you're doing something like that, that you're doing it for the reason. In fact, one of the very first things, I'm going to give you a little peek. One of the very first things I have you do in the challenge, and it's already there. So as soon as you sign up and you go into the Facebook group, you'll see this. It's an exercise that I call, my big why. And like really discovering why it is that you want to be healthy, why it is that you want to be fit. If you get in touch, like on a very, very core level as to that deep why, then you'll never stop doing it again. You just won't. It won't matter if it's raining outside and you've decided that that's how you're gonna go outside for a walk or something. It's not going to matter because of your why and why you're doing it. So this kind of stuff is very important for me, and I really want to share that with everyone.
Okay. Part of why I love you, Mel, and part of why I follow you, and I'm gonna do this.
Cool. Well, I'm looking forward to it.
It's gonna happen. I can't wait to report back to you next. And
I'll see you all along the way. I'll see you along the way.
Okay. I don't know if losing any more weight. I got to wear suspenders now because my pants fall down.
Listen, weight is not a sign of fitness. Okay.
Right. So that's what I'm hoping you're going to tell me. How can I be more fit at the same? I'm comfortable at this weight.
Yeah, it's not about weight. You'll hear me say a few things about weight because I know especially there's a lot of women who would like to lose weight, but this is an inside job, and the outside will start to reflect all the work that you're doing on the inside, and it's going to be easy and fun.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to it.
Thanks,
all right,
honey.
Master Mel, thank you. So just so you know, Mel, sometimes when I hit end broadcast, we just go. And I don't know. I haven't figured it out. I'm sure I'm doing something wrong.
It's
so
okay.
If I just cut you off, it's not on purpose.
We can go.
If we go. So that's our story. Master Mel, go to gymfreefitnesschallenge.com and get healthy. And, it's going to help you run your business. And that's our story. We're sticking with it. Over and out. I will see you tomorrow. Thank you.